this week's vlog. Having a late start as per usual, but not as late. I normally forget to intro until Wednesday. It is only Tuesday, so I'm doing better this week. Yeah, I've had a really busy day though. I was planning on just spending the whole day on the couch, reading, editing videos, whatever, just having like a really chill day. And then tonight I'm going to the movies. But then I ended up getting a random like dog walk request. I do dog walking on the side sometimes. And I got a request from somebody asking me to come like right at that moment. So I was like, sure, let's go make a few bucks, why not? And that turned into a like 3-hour long endeavor because there was no buses to the person's house. So I had to walk there and then walk a half hour with the dog, which I then got lost. So it turned into a 45-minute walk with the dog, and then had to walk back, but also went to go shopping a bit on the way home. And now here I am. I had to get home, have a very speedy dinner, and now I'm heading off to go to the movies. I'm gonna go see Mickey 17 with Robert Pattinson. Also hello to Tony over there. So hyped for this movie. The trailer looks fantastic. I obviously love Robert Pattinson. And yeah, I think it'll be a really good time. My best friend went and saw it and she absolutely adored it. So I think I'm gonna love it. We have very similar tastes. Reading wise right now, I don't have too much going on. I'm reading Under the Whispering Door for Backless Bash right now. So not going to talk about this book in this video, but at least mentioning that I am reading it. And then I've started reading What My Body Knows, I think, by Stephanie Fu, which is a book that my therapist told me to read, and goddamn, it's a lot so far. It's a memoir about a person who grew up being very horribly abused by her parents, and now as an adult she has complex post-traumatic stress disorder and how that's affected her life as an adult. So not a fun read, but definitely impactful. And yeah, I see why my therapist told me to read this one. That was unexpected. I didn't actually know what it was about when I went into it. I just knew that it was a memoir about CPTSD, but I didn't know anything about her life going into that. So I probably could have assumed, but I didn't think about it. I just was told to read this book like months ago from my therapist. And then the other day, so Goodreads has that new challenge thing every couple of months where like they have like 6 little bookmark rewards that you can win. You don't actually win anything, but it's just, I like challenges. They make me feel good. And I realized that this round of them is ending at the end of April. So I'm trying to get all of them done. I only had 1 done out of the 6, so I'm trying to get all 5 of them done in the next 3 weeks, and one of them is a nonfiction, and that book was on there, and I was like, oh hey, my therapist told me to read that anyway, so how about I pick it up for this challenge? And then Libby happened to have it as a skip the line thing, so I got it right away, and now here we are, which was not an important story to tell, but that's what the vlogs are for, is for random ramblings. Anyways, reading that one right now, and it's very intense and a lot, but it's good. I am enjoying it is the wrong word, but you know what I mean. Anyways, I'm gonna shut up and go get to the movie theater, and I'll chat with you guys later on. How we doing? Happy Thursday. I have several updates. So first of all, I just finished Lost and Lassoed by no idea who the author is at all. Oh, Tony says. I just recorded like 15 minutes of footage and was unaware that I had paused this. I didn't even know that you could pause a video recording. Good to know. Oh yeah, now I see the pause button. Fuck me. Yeah, I just sat here and rambled for 15 minutes about the books that I read and had like well thought out things that I said about them. And now they're gone. So that's cool. Also, there were really cute clips of Tony getting right up in your face. Like he was just over here sniffing the camera lens and stuff. It was very cute. And now there's none of that, and I'm sad about it. So I don't really feel like doing all that again. So very briefly, hi, it's Thursday. Finished 2 books since the last time we spoke. I just finished a few minutes ago, well now like 20 minutes ago, I just finished reading Lost and Lassoed and had a blast reading this book. I gave it 5 stars. It was phenomenal. It made me emotional, it made me laugh, like I loved everything about it. This was perfectly my kind of romance book, and I probably never would have picked it up if not for the Goodreads challenge. This book was one of the options for the like romance book challenge part of it, which I wouldn't have read this book ever if not for this challenge, because like when I was looking through the list of qualifying books, not a single one of them was on my TBR, so I just picked one that was kind of interesting sounding. I don't think that I've ever read a Western romance, so I was like, you know what, let's try this out and see if I like it. And yeah, 5-star read. That was phenomenal. I loved everything about this. The characters were fantastic. I loved the setting especially. I've never had any interest in going to Wyoming, but now I kind of want to go see it. It sounds beautiful. Not that I'm going to the States anytime soon, but I can dream at least. But yeah, this hit so many good beats for me. I love a single dad romance, or single parent in general, which is weird because like I do not like children at all. I think kids are super annoying and I never want any of my own, but I love when people in romance books have kids for some reason, and when like the love interest becomes a bonus parent, I think it's just so sweet. But yeah, this was so well done. It was well written, well paced. It was so good and I loved it, and I'm very glad that I picked this one up, and I'm definitely going to read the rest of the books in this series. They're all like companion novels, which is good that they don't have to be read in order, because this was book 3 out of the series, so I did not start with the first one, but whatever. But I'm definitely going to go back and read the other ones. But yeah, so 5 stars for that one. And then also a 5-star was What My Bones Know by Stephanie Fu. This was a phenomenal read. I do give every memoir that I read a 5 stars because it feels weird to give somebody's life story a less than 5-star rating. But even if I didn't do that, this one still would have been 5 stars. It was fantastic. I learned a lot from this book. It made me kind of reflect on myself a lot. This week's vlog has been a hot mess. My bad. So hello to Tony. Yeah, so I think the last time that I updated was that on Wednesday? Oh my god, it's Monday now. I'm here to wrap up the vlog. So I got cut off at the last one where like I didn't realize that I hit pause, and then I was re-recording what I had already said, but then I got halfway through that and my roommate came home, so I hit stop real quick. I was gonna finish it later on in my room, and then I forgot. So my bad. Absolute disaster this week, so I do apologize for a pretty shitty vlog. I'm still gonna post it because like whatever, this is an accurate depiction of what my life is like sometimes. Some weeks I'm a disaster, and it is what it is. Since then, I've been reading nonstop this week, I feel like, but then I looked at my Goodreads, like, recently read list, and it only showed that I've read 2 books since last we spoke, but I swear I've read more than that. Or 3 books, actually, because I haven't marked under the Whispering Door as finished yet. But I could swear I've read, like, almost a book a day, but I guess I've only finished 3? I don't know. Anyways, that feels so wrong. I don't know. Hang on, I have to go double check that. No, I've only finished 3 books since the last time we spoke, and I've started 2 others since then. So I guess that's why it feels like a lot more than it actually has been, because I've started more things that I just haven't finished yet. Anyways, so the things that I finished recently, I ended up picking up, I got abducted by aliens and now I'm trapped in a rom-com by Kimberly Lemming. This was so stupid and I loved it. It was completely ridiculous. So the main character is, I can't think of the word, but somebody who like studies animals for a living, and she ends up like getting attacked by a lion and like almost dying. Hi, buddy. Then yeah, all of a sudden like she and the lion are both on this spaceship and they somehow end up on a planet with like dinosaurs and a whole bunch of things, but like nothing from the same era, right? Like it's like dinosaurs, but they're all from like millions of years apart. And she's like, what the fuck is happening here? And yeah, things go from there. It was so incredibly stupid. The plot made so little sense that it somehow circled around and made sense again, you know what I mean? It was really dumb and I had a blast reading it. It made me laugh the whole time. The lion talks, by the way, that's the thing. It was weird. It was a very strange time. Had lots of fun with it though. I gave it 4 stars. It was mainly just smut with some really funny plot and some good one-liners. It's a 4-star in terms of like entertainment value, but the plot, I don't know. There was a lot happening. I don't know. I feel like I'm not giving this a very good review, but I did actually really enjoy it. So take that as you will. I don't know. I like this author. I've read the whole like I saved a demon and I got drunk, that series, whatever it's called. I've read that whole series and they were all a blast as well. But yeah, so 4 stars for this one. And then I also ended up picking up Half a Soul by Olivia Atwater. And this one I liked but didn't love. I thought it was kind of boring and bland in some ways. I liked parts of it. I don't even really know what parts, to be honest. I don't know. I gave it a 3.5 star. But like looking, and I just finished this, I think yesterday or the day before, and I don't really know what I read, to be honest. I remember it well enough, but I also don't at the same time. Did I like this book? I don't know. I am planning on carrying on with the series. This one is a Regency romance with fairies, which is very much my jam, but just, I don't know. I didn't love this one. I feel like right after finishing it, I liked it more than I do now. You know what I mean? It's only been a few days, but I feel like I've kind of forgotten all of my thoughts and opinions on this book, which does not bode well for like the longevity of this book. But the 3rd book in the series is a queer fairy fantasy romance, so I'm definitely gonna read that. And what did I like about this book? Oh, I liked the subplots. Like the romance was good and I enjoyed it, but the subplot had lots to do with like taking down the rich and that kind of thing, and I really enjoyed that part of it. The magic was fun. I liked the romance, but again, it just wasn't what am I trying to say right now? I don't even know. I'm just gonna move on. I don't know what I'm talking about. This book was fine, is basically the gist of it. I'm having a day, guys. I don't know what's going on, but I'm not with it right now. Anyways, things that I started this week as well. I'm currently reading Emily Wilde's Compendium of Lost Tales and very much enjoying that one. Started it very briefly yesterday. I didn't get very far in. I think I only listened to the audiobook for like 10 minutes yesterday, so I barely got into it, but so far so good. I'm having a good time there. And then I left my book over there, but I'm also reading Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins, which is Hamish's story, and oh man, I've already cried like 3 times and I'm only on page 100, so I think I'm gonna like this one. But I'm gonna go because clearly I'm not prepped to be talking coherently right now. Yeah, so I'm just gonna call this a day. This vlog is not great, my bad, but I hope you enjoyed it anyways to some degree. Thanks for watching. If you made it this far, I appreciate you, and I will catch you guys later on.